I'm here today and all I hear is how I'm chasing crazy dreams. They'll see, 'cause I've got perfect songs and melodies just waiting to come out of me, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa. Fancy words, clever lines and tales that take you back in time, and you'll sing along like, oh, whoa, and they'll know. Everyone will know. They should have believed in me.
Should have believed, baby.
You know, sometimes there's just so much going on in the studio that it forces the host to stand.
I wish you could see what's going on around us. We've got a dancer. We have got, we're going to cook.
Yeah, we got a lot going on.
Yeah.
We have an international hero in the house, okay? International, made headlines, heard round the world. And you know what? To meet him and to shake his hand, he's a reserved individual. Is that a nice way to, just reserved, very unassuming.
Right.
You would never know.
He wasn't one to go say, hey, guess what I did?
Hey, guess what I did? That's right. And you know what? Those are the best type heroes.
They are.
Those silent heroes, those unsung heroes, and we definitely want to sing his praises today because it takes more people like that in the world to make it go round and to make it a better place.
And his journey wasn't all that good at times. So
No.
So, but he kept going.
And his wife, I love that story, that you know, she didn't even realize that he had become this superhero and he had leapt into action and was trying to help these individuals. And she learned about it on Facebook, which is
Isn't that
she's like,
crazy?
honey, what are you doing? And he's like, well, the government is called, I have to go assist.
Right.
So, but a big show. So whatever you're doing, just put it down or come on into the living room and sit down and enjoy the show. We'll be right back.
Coming up on The Spiel.
I'm gonna be making two dishes. It's gonna be making a satay. It's a very famous like chicken, like grilled chicken with like peanut sauce and cucumber sauce.
Yes.
See, that sounds great.
Yes. You sort of made headlines in a pretty important story not too terribly long ago. And this particular incident involved 13 members of the Thai soccer team. They had gone on excursion, or what brought them to that place for those who did not follow the story?
They were kind of, try to get into the cave just for a quick tour. But then I think the rains come in a little bit quicker than what they expected.
It's your most valuable resource. Nearly everyone is trying to save it, but sharing it with others makes for a wise investment. We all know how valuable time is. That's why we work to ensure your time goes farther and counts for more. More for our students, our families, business owners, entrepreneurs, our communities, to save you even more time. Because at the Bank of Heron, it's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
My name is Terry Roger Smith. I am a PA, and I'll be practicing in Christopher. Well, I'm family practice, meaning I treat everything from 3 months old to the end. I think the biggest thing with me that you'll find is I'm a patient advocate, and I'm very much for the patient making their decisions because ultimately it's their body.
Visit any one of our 11 locations in Southern Illinois. Log on to our website, crhpc.org.
The game of golf. There's something about the mix of a challenging course and the great outdoors. Maybe that's what makes Shawnee Forest Country an ideal place to hit the links. When you can play around on a world-class course surrounded by the splendor of the Shawnee National Forest, well, it doesn't get any more special than that. And when it's time to tee up, an experienced player knows to look beyond the flag. Because the number on your scorecard doesn't mean as much as the memories you make here. Find challenging play, breathtaking views, and so much more. Visit southernmostillinois.com.
The thing that is different about silkworm, every order that is processed is custom.
We don't just put ink on a shirt. We take what we do very seriously.
Bottom line is we have to take care of the customer.
We want to design a product for you, give you quality work on time, and we're going to do it with awesome customer service, making you the hero.
We're about building a relationship, so you're going to get the best from us. We're going to treat every order like it's ours. We would love for everyone to become a silkworm customer and experience the buying process with us.
And we're spieling it in our Southside Lumber Kitchen, brought to you as it is each week by Prairie Farms. And we do appreciate our sponsor indeed.
And today we're going to be sampling some Thai food from Thai D Restaurant in Marion, Illinois. We'd like to welcome Settha Natisri.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Nice. Good job.
But you know what though? We just
Nailed it.
threw this beautiful lady
She is a
on, and I haven't
beautiful
gotten her
lady.
name yet.
Yes.
Yada.
Yada Natisri.
Yada. Okay.
Okay.
Love it. You know, we've already talked about the cuisine as a whole, Thai food, the smells, the aromas, and you said we've pretty much represented everything here today. Everything is represented, so tell us
A lot
what
of the
you
great
have.
stuff is here. We have curry powder, garlic, black pepper, fish sauce, soy sauce, coconut milk, which oyster sauce. It is like the foundation of all Asian cuisine.
Okay.
Oyster sauces?
Oyster sauces too.
Okay.
Yes. What are you going to be preparing today?
I'm gonna be making two dishes. It's gonna be making a satay. It's a very famous like chicken, like grilled chicken with like peanut sauce and cucumber sauce.
Yes.
See, that sounds great.
Yes. Well, let's get right into it. Go ahead and let's do it. We're ready to eat.
Okay, so let's go ahead and make the marinade for the satay first.
Okay.
This will take the longest. It'll take about usually 2 to 3 hours. I would recommend making the marinade and then leave the chicken overnight.
Okay.
Okay, so we have our oil, soy sauce,
Did you catch that? 2 to 3 hours.
some sugar in there.
Should we run to the? I'm sorry.
Overnight?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, leave it
Leave
overnight.
it overnight.
Yes.
And black pepper. And the biggest ingredient right here is the coconut milk. The coconut milk is gonna make the meat like tender and soft
Coconut.
and very smooth.
Very nice.
Yep.
And what was that last you put in?
Oyster sauce.
The oyster sauce. It's a little thicker than soy.
It's
huh?
a lot thicker, yes. Most Asian cuisine, a lot of our food have oyster in it, but if you would like no gluten-free, we also have that option too.
Okay.
And then we have our chicken tenderloin right here. And whenever you cut, you want to make sure it's cut thin. Slice like that.
Okay.
There would go 2 fingers if I tried that.
That's a lot. Whatever you have in the freezer.
We can go ahead and put this in the fridge.
Okay.
And
Yes.
Here you go.
Gonna let it marinate. That's
Yep.
what we're doing. Okay. By the magic of television, we have chicken
Oh,
already marinated.
We're just gonna
Nice.
skip overnight.
Pull that right out and
We're
start
gonna
that
go
process.
ahead and start prepping our sauce first.
Okay. Okay. Whatever you
The
feel
sweet
like
and
we
sour
need to
won't
do.
take long.
Okay.
You know what? There is one little spice seasoning, if you will, that I've not seen on his table. That's
What's
pepper. No pepper?
So usually we offer spice from 1 to 10 in Thai D. I personally offer like up to like spice 100 for those
Spice
people
100.
that
when you want your mouth on fire.
Oh yeah, there's.
Can
just
you
a
do that?
few.
Can you
Yes,
do
I
100?
can. Although I gotta admit that I didn't finish it all, so I did like halfway there, and then like I was like, okay, I'm dying.
You're dying. Oh.
It's not for the faint of heart, so
Okay.
you want to make sure that you have.
That's when it's, I mean,
Yeah.
you're at that level though, you're not even tasting the food anymore, right? I mean, your mouth is
Yes.
truly, you've scalded yourself. I mean,
Tears
I'm
are
sorry,
coming.
It's over. Yeah.
Now, do you have many customers that ask?
We actually do have a lot of customers that order like spice 30, spice 40.
Spice 30, just know that.
Yep.
That you can, it's 1 through 10 on the menu, but you can say, on the spiel I saw where the chef says, hey, we can go to 100, what would you like?
And we recommend you ask for spice 120.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
We don't, 'cause otherwise we'd have to call the ambulance, and then
Okay.
that'd be busy. Yeah. So what have we put in thus far for this
So
sauce?
it's the vinegar and
Okay.
then sugar and salt.
Yes.
And you want to boil it to the point that is the sugar crystallized and mix in with the vinegar.
Okay.
But not too long.
Okay.
And the important thing here, whenever it's boiling like this, like you don't see any sugar or salt left inside. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm really happy we're doing this because you know what? When you go to, you go out for Asian cuisine, it's usually a mystery. It's like, what is in it that makes it so good that you have to keep going back? Then you want to put it in your refrigerator. You hope it lasts several days because it's just so good.
It is so good.
And now that you see that we've broken down the components, it is extensive. I mean, there's quite a few ingredients in there. Okay.
And this is a cucumber salad sauce. So
Okay.
I would go ahead. It's very important that you leave this to cool down for at least a couple hours.
Do I need to put it in the fridge?
No, you don't
No,
need to. You
you don't.
can't do that.
You
So you have
can't
to
do
let
that.
it cool down properly.
Okay, room
And
temperature, cool down.
If it's not cooled down properly, it's going to be very sour.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So the second part would be our peanut sauce.
Okay.
What's that called?
Peanut sauce.
Peanut sauce. Okay.
So let's go ahead and put it.
Oh, that's a thick. Looks like heavy cream.
It's actually coconut milk.
Coconut milk again. Okay, great. Okay, and what? That's paste.
That is yellow curry paste.
Oh yes. Okay, the curry. See, you can tell I don't have my glasses on. I'm like, is that brown sugar way down there?
Please wear your glasses when you head home today in your car.
As I'm driving. They tell me they're out of date. What do you think? I guess they are. They really are. I've had them decades, so I guess they're out of date.
They're, you know what? Just look at them, man.
Yeah. What?
My grandma had these.
You can still buy
Back
those.
in the 60s.
You can go buy those. They're on the wall. Okay.
So you want to go ahead and cook all the sauce together. It's going to melt in just like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And the peanut butter is actually your last ingredient. You want to mix everything first. The coconut milk is all melting, the sugar is all crystallizing.
Okay.
And
It's very
the
important
peanut-
you do the right steps,
Yes,
right?
yes, very important. So Thai food, the most complicated parts are usually the prepping. Like the cooking
Okay.
itself would not take long at all.
Okay,
It's
there's a lot of prep.
A lot of prepping, like a lot of prepping. Like everything that we make at Thai D is fresh.
Okay.
So we make a salsa ourselves, we make any curries, Thai tea, Thai coffee, like our stir-fry sauces, or made everything from scratch. And everyone's favorite ingredients. is
Peanut butter.
Oh yeah.
Man, that's amazing. Yeah, I recognize that smell. When I walk into Thai D to sit and they're like, oh, sorry, you'll have to come
yeah.
back. It's what it's
When they tell you to come back.
It's like, it smells amazing. Sorry, you'll have to come back.
Just say, can I put a little peanut butter right
Just a
there
little
just
bit.
to get me over
Now
the
I
hump?
know the chef. I'm like, I'll eat in the kitchen.
Oh,
I'll just say,
yeah.
you know, I can go join him in the kitchen.
People can smell our restaurant from like Walmart.
Oh, yes,
yeah.
yes, yes.
Okay, so let's go to our next segment.
Okay.
Okay.
And I'll show you here. You're gonna need like half a carrot or so, one red bell pepper, one green bell pepper, one piece of tomatoes, not much of yellow onion, depends on your preference.
Okay.
And one cucumber.
Great.
So let's go ahead and prep our carrot first. So go ahead and cut down one side, then you wanna lay it flat. And this way, you can just easily cut like that.
I have to see better.
Oh, I do too. That's pretty
Here you
amazing
go.
art, yes.
You want to cut into a thin slice. The key thing about stir fry here is the fact that it's going to be cooking at a very high temperature.
Okay.
You want to cut all your vegetable very uniformly. We're going to be separate our vegetable into two sections because when you stir fry, you want to cook your vegetable and the meat first.
Okay.
And your hard vegetables. Your soft one will cook much faster, so you don't want to overcook a portion of your vegetables.
Okay.
Then I'll show you a trick here with the red bell pepper. So go ahead and cut one side off, just like that. Then go ahead and cut down the middle. And then this way you can actually open it up like this. And
Oh,
then
roll it out,
Yeah, roll it out. Trace it down the inside, just like that. Just be careful not to cut your finger off. You kind of need that for, later on.
Very nice.
So this way you have one single strip.
Look at
Look
that.
at that.
Awesome. So we're gonna cut into 3. And this way, you see the size of the vegetables. It's gonna be the same. Same thing with the tomatoes. I'll show you a way to cut these, because you want to maintain the juice inside the tomatoes.
Right.
So go ahead and cut along like like a crevice here.
Okay.
Okay, the shortest one. So go ahead and cut it in half.
Okay.
And of course, you want to get rid of the core. It's important that you don't face a tomato down when you cut them because the pressure of cutting the tomatoes is going to squeeze out all the sauce.
Okay. That makes sense.
Sure.
Great.
So we have all ingredients here already.
Okay.
So the saute is going to take a minute. So let's go ahead and start the grill first.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that butter? Just butter?
It's coconut milk mixed with a curry powder. It's a
Okay.
yellow powder up there.
Very
now
nice.
you coat it because you want to seal in like that flavor and that smell. So whenever it's done, you're just going to hit the spot.
I love that.
Yep. So let's go ahead and get started on our sweet and sour while she's doing that. Let's go ahead and cut the garlic coarsely. You don't want to cut it too fine.
Okay.
You want to cook the garlic until it's golden brown, just like that. Let's go ahead and throw in our hardest vegetables, carrots, and then.
Oh, I got the garlic.
Amazing. I wish you could smell.
Smell-o-vision.
That's right.
Oh gosh,
This is
smells
amazing.
good.
You know what? And I'm so happy today they have room for me.
Are you waiting just for it to brown a little? Is that what? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll go to break, and then when we come back, that's what we're going to do. We get to sample. All right, we'll be right back.
Primary brand that we sell is Kubota.
It's been a very good line for us. We cater more to the sundown farmer, the hobby farmer, the guys that like to have the toys in the yard, work on their hunting properties.
Right now, take advantage of 0% APR for 84 months and payments as low as $129 per month on the Kubota L2 501 tractor. See dealer for details.
We're a Kubota dealership. It's really about asking questions to try to deliver what the customer's expectations are. Our website, fbmacacruise.com. We're happy to talk with you via email or on the phone or come in.
Why VA? Because no one knows veterans like we do.
An agency focused on veterans.
Veterans can really come in and get comprehensive care.
We want to make sure they get the care they need. Primary care services, behavioral health services, extensive rehab and physical medicine services, women veterans program.
Maternity care, infertility care.
The services they have earned.
This is why we're here.
Why the VA?
Because we know veterans better than anybody else.
Few things in life complement each other like beer and barbecue. Whether you crave the savory flavors of wood-smoked meat or the finish of a local craft brewed IPA, you'll find a hearty helping of both in Shawnee Forest Country. From a world champion barbecue cook-off to a growing network of local brew pubs, the only question is, what will you explore in Shawnee Forest Country? To learn more, visit southernmostillinois.com.
I had tried dentures and they were not successful.
For people that have lost their teeth and are frustrated with wearing dentures, we have new methods and techniques to give people basically a third set of teeth.
When you have an extraction or an implant put in, your first thought is that's going to hurt. I was completely comfortable through this. Dr. Hughes and his staff, they are wonderful.
That's a life-changing event for many, many people, and it's something that we do here on a daily basis at Hughes Dental Arts Center.
We love making new friends. Visit us online at facebook.com/spielon.
So this is how they do it at Thai D, right?
But you're outside looking in the window.
Thai D restaurant chef. You've outdone yourself. I mean, you had a little bit of assistance behind the scenes. It was amazing how quickly you guys were working and how well you were working together. Again, let's reiterate what we have as we sample.
All right. So what you have in front of you is satay. It's a marinated chicken with like coconut milk, curry powder, soy sauce, oysters, sugar, salt, and then you want to leave that overnight, preferably. But if you're in a rush, usually 4 or 5 hours is enough. But I would recommend that you leave it overnight in the fridge.
Okay, just for the flavors, so you can capture all the flavors.
As you can see earlier, Yada coated with on top of it before she flipped it. She coated with coconut milk and curry powder. That's gonna seal in the aroma of like that curry powder. That's why the smell.
What's it called? Like I don't even need a dipping sauce really, but you prepared two things on the side. Yes. What do you have here?
So cucumber salad sauce is very basic. It's vinegar, salt, and sugar. And like I said earlier, you want to make sure that the sauce sit and it'll cool down properly. Okay. And that's why the sauce is a little bit thick. It's that sugar, it crystallized with the vinegar. And it gives that like thickness. And then whenever you add cucumber to it, it's that freshness.
But it needs to cool.
Yes, it needs
not
to cool.
in the refrigerator.
Ideally outside, it's a couple hours.
That is wonderful.
Now, if I came to the restaurant, tell me what this would be I would order again?
This is satay.
Satay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other sauce, did you touch on that?
Yep, it's a peanut sauce.
Okay.
It's coconut milk, soy sauce, garlic, black pepper. Very similar to our marinade, but it differs in a sense that whenever we cook the peanut sauce, we add the peanut butter at the end.
Unbelievable.
And then after that, whenever it mixes in, you want to add a little bit of a half and half, because if not, the sauce is going to be too thick.
This is a must try. And what is this, quickly?
Sweet and sour chicken. I'm sure all Asian cuisine has them. Our
it's your
variant
variation.
is, well, that's why I cut the tomatoes the way I cut them, is the fact that whenever you cook the tomatoes, like the juice is really gonna come out and it's gonna mix with the sugar. It's not gonna be too sweet, and it has a right mixture of like saltiness, sweet and sour.
Amazing.
And all of this is made with no MSG, and we really stress on that healthy factor at Thai D. And you can come in, you can request vegan options, no meat, you can request gluten-free. We offer that too.
Well, you're incredible, and we do appreciate you coming out. Thank you so much.
so much.
You can
Thank
come
you,
back
you guys.
anytime.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
You know, I want to say
Absolutely.
something to the folks who's never tried Thai food over here.
I'm not sure those people exist.
Well, me, you know, there's a
Okay,
couple of me
yes,
out
right.
there. Go there, because it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Give it a try.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for
And
having
we'll be
me.
right back.
Coming up on The Spiel.
Well, when they got there, the cave was already flooded.
Yes. How far back were they at that point?
Over 2 kilometers.
Okay.
They passed the junction point. The junction point are the lower sections where the diver would have difficulty to go in and continue the search.
I would encourage all of you to pay it forward and let that random act of kindness define us as a nation.
You'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country when the hills rise up to meet you. When the fruit of the land seems to be waiting for you to pick it. Where at the end of every path, you'll find another reason to raise a toast. The Shawnee National Forest is home to miles of unbelievable natural wonders, adventure, wineries, and unique places to stay. That's how you'll know you're in Shawnee Forest Country. Plan your getaway at southernmostillinois.com.
You're watching The Spiel.
Well, you thought Thai D food could get really hot. You just wait for this segment right here. I met this gentleman. We decided 12 years ago, he was teaching my daughter salsa lessons at SIU. And Julio, say your last name for me.
Barrenzuela.
See, I can't do the tongue. What?
Barrenzuela.
See, my lips want to bubble, or I don't know. But anyway, thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you so much.
And tell us what you've been doing since you left Southern Illinois and SIU.
Well, since I left, I've been promoting this idea that music can bring people together, and I've been at the forefront of just trying to make people relax and enjoy the idea of dancing. More than
Don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Okay.
So before learning how to dance, before going out and taking lessons, that first step is, maybe I should try it, maybe I can. And that's my job. My job is to encourage people to give it a try. Not with me necessarily, because I just change their disposition.
Okay.
I make them think maybe it's not that bad. So what I've done is I've specialized in making it, something that's harmless, something that could be fun, and that you can do as you're able, on your feet, in your chairs, or on the tables.
Okay, on the tables. Have you done that a few times?
Oh, yeah.
Now you're in LA, and what are you doing there?
So out there, I went out there 6 years ago to get resources, right, to get my mind to a state of where I think it needs to be in order to return to the Midwest and take salsa dancing to that next level. There's salsa dancing in some places around the country that don't have that level of support, like New York and LA.
Sure.
So what I wanted to do was highlight the fact that salsa dancing in any given community is even more than just fun. It's actually promoting a sense of culture and community among the people. It's helping them with their physical activity.
Yes.
It's helping veterans. excuse me,
good.
overcome stress. It's giving an outlet for many people who otherwise don't have that social connection with others. So that's my interest in promoting Latin music.
So the salsa ambassador.
Yeah. So
I love that
I'm not the
about
king, I'm not the champion. I just want to share it with people.
Share.
And show them that this world exists and that they can definitely be part of it.
Tell me why it is when ladies go to the club, we all like to dance, but there's only one or two guys that will get that. We wear those two guys out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We make them guys dance and dance with us.
Right.
What's going on with you guys?
Well, look, I got to defend them, right? So when a guy learns how to dance, there's two levels. One, you learn how to dance for yourself, so you know what you're doing. But then that next added level that the women don't take into consideration is that we have to lead. So we're in charge of that. You know, all that fun that you have when you go dancing is, well, someone's in charge of creating that fun.
That's right.
Right, and that's the guy's responsibility. And so you're asking a lot from somebody. You're asking them not only to focus on their footwork, but make sure that your footwork is also on spot and that's enjoyable.
Okay.
You know, you're going to learn how to dance on your own, but the experience that you have as I dance with you is my responsibility.
Right.
I have to make sure you don't hit anybody, that the whole thing is fun.
You're in charge. You push, not push, but you kind of lead you around to where you're supposed to go.
Right.
And you say you're getting ready to start a men's only class?
Right, so one of the things, you know, the elusive obvious that I've noticed is that when couples go dancing, you know, the wife is always excited, you
Sure.
know, or the girlfriend's like, let's go take salsa lessons. And it starts off fun. It starts off like, it's not a bad idea to learn how to dance.
First, you got to get him there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know, if he loves you, he'll go, right?
No, I love that motto. If he loves you, he'll go, girls.
But I don't think, again, you take into consideration that the woman's going to have a great first 5-10 minutes because you know, the instructor is going to teach her how the guy is supposed to, you know, lead her. But the guy, he has this added pressure of, you know, I got to learn my step and then I got to learn how to lead my dancer, my dance partner. And I think sometimes if we speed it up, we do it too fast. In other words, we put the husband in front of the wife too early.
Okay.
So this pre-class is for the guy to be able to, you know, get his step down, overcome his anxiety, get all the, you know, the bugs out of the way before he's placed in a situation where he has to dance in front of his partner.
It reminds me of the movie, the Richard Gere movie, where he went and learned salsa dancing and then surprised his wife.
Exactly.
Remember that?
Yeah, so it's just, for me, I don't want to take anything away from instructors. You know, I just want to, what I want to do is that first salsa class, your intro to salsa, should be as enjoyable as possible. So what I do is, before you even go to your first class, you do this pre-K class, and you get all that anxiety out. So when you go first, learn your first steps.
You're ready.
You're ready, you're not
You're
behind.
confident.
Yeah, and I think that's what the beauty of dancing is, that gets, it gets muddied up because, you know, the first 5-10 minutes can either motivate you or intimidate you.
Exactly.
And that can break everything.
Before we do some moves and we show Stacy the healthy hippie chef's moves, I got one more question for you.
Yeah.
How many times did you go to the club and you had to dance every dance because all the girls want to dance?
Right.
A lot of times?
A lot of times. Well, you know, it wasn't always the case, just so you know. Like, when I was 19 years old, I joined the Navy. I joined the Navy at 18, but at 19 I was in Italy. I used to be a dancer, but I used to enjoy dancing almost by myself. Because that's how much I like music. I didn't need a partner. I went to my first club where, for the first time in my life, a young woman said, you know, you don't know how to dance. So she left me on the dance floor. And what she meant by that was, you're not spinning me enough. You're not leading me around the room. You're just dancing in front of me.
Okay.
And it made me think, you know, dancing is all about sharing that moment with somebody. So I took lessons with a friend of mine, etc. So now when I go to a salsa club, by default, right, I have to dance with people. And there's levels. I mean, when I come to a small town like Springfield and Carbondale and Marion, I always stand out and I have the opportunity to dance with almost everybody all night.
That's right, because
women come and ask me to dance. It's just great.
But do you ever look across the room and go, okay, I'm not dancing with you. Maybe.
Well, that's look. I'm over the intimidation because I can tell you, I've specialized in this past 10 years on how to make a very enjoyable moment.
Good.
Whether it's those first 2-3 minutes of dancing, for me, I have the confidence that any woman that dances with me is going to really enjoy it. Now that's not to be cocky. I'm just saying.
Sure, no.
I'm specialized because I'm always walking that fine line between how do I get people to like this dance so they can go off and learn it.
Right. All righty, I think we're ready to begin some stuff. Stace, why don't you come on up here? He's going to teach us some moves. Yes.
All right, so rule number one, I hope you really take this in seriously, is shake it, but don't break it. All right?
Shake it, but don't break it.
Yes.
Remember that, Rob, when I dance with you next.
No promises.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So just to start off, I'll take your hands. We're gonna take the first salsa step. This is like, I swear to you, this is like a universal language when you walk into a Latin club.
Okay.
This is the first step that everybody's gonna be doing. And if you can do it with them, you have this connection.
Okay.
We're gonna step forward with the left for 1, 2, 3, and we're gonna step back 5, 6, 7.
There's no cha-cha-cha in there?
1, 2, 3, and 5, 6. If you want a cha-cha-cha, it's 1, 2, cha-cha-cha.
We don't have to.
Yeah, cha-cha-cha, back step. Salsa is 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
Kind of hold that free a little bit,
Yes,
right?
exactly, because the
Kind of
4 and the 8,
pause.
there's a pause.
Okay.
And that pause is your 4, and your pause is the 8. In other words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1.
All right.
But you just don't say the 4 and the 8. You just go 1, 2, 3, and I think you're ready. So here you go. 1, 2, 3, and 5, 6, 7. 1, and 5, 6, 7, and 1. And you can add a little bit of now personality into it. It's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and 1. And 5, 6, 7, and now, see?
That's
Welcome,
nice.
welcome to the salsa world. Huh?
Thank you so much. Now, I'm going to step off, and we're going to end this segment with a little dance by these two, because you had practice a while ago.
Coming up on The Spiel.
Refresh our memory. How many hours in the cave were they?
You mean total up?
Total hours.
Total hour is 18 days total until the last day of rescue.
Wow.
And then it's almost 10 days before we found them.
Wow.
So they were with no food and then no water supply for 10 days.
If you've got stuff that needs storage, call the region's premier builder of storage buildings. From pre-built to custom-built buildings made to last a lifetime. K&K Portable Buildings. Visit kkportablebuildings.com.
Introducing the all-new Legence Bank app.
We really try to be on the cutting edge.
With all the conveniences you already love, like 24/7 access, account transactions, online bill pay, but now with even more powerful tools like mobile deposit for true banking on the go, Spin, making person-to-person payments easy, and smart tools like Go Focus to help you visualize your financial profile and plan for the future.
Our app is very popular.
It's the next best thing to banking with us in person. Download the Legence Bank app from the App Store or Google Play.
Someone said, to find a man's true character, play golf with him. Likewise, to experience the true character of the region, you should play its golf courses. From the old oaks of Crab Orchard Golf Club to the hills of Kokopelli, across the shores of Pine Lakes, to the links at Stardust. Find a challenging and diverse range of play that you can only experience when you visit SI.
I'm Krista Pesca. I have joined Christopher Rural Health. I was born and raised here in Southern Illinois on a farm, and I've been here practicing now for approximately 16 years, and I see people of all ages. My main approach is I just treat people like family. I mean, I would treat them just like I would treat my mother or father.
At CRHPC Community Health Centers, we strive to give excellent care to patients in all the communities we serve. Let us be your medical home.
These days, video is everywhere. TVs, computers, even your phone. With so many ways to use video to reach your potential audience, it's become an important part of doing business. If you like the commercials you've seen during the spiel, and if your business could benefit from a creative approach to telling your story, with attention-grabbing visuals and thoughtfully executed scripts, perhaps it's time you give Growing Media a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Another one of my favorite segments of the show is interviewing incredible people, interesting people. I'd like to welcome you to Thanet Natisri. Thanks for being here.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you so much for
Also, you know, he's the owner of a very nice restaurant in the area, Thai D in Marion, one of my favorites. Job well done there.
Thank you.
But now you carry around this title, the water guy, right? You sort of made headlines in a pretty important story not too terribly long ago. You want to recap how all that came about?
I was just already in Thailand at that moment. You know, we're helping out the Thai government with the fixing their water problems. And
so you're a self-taught, is it a groundwater specialist, or what do you specialize in?
The people of Thailand give me the name title, groundwater expert.
Okay. Water, okay, got it.
Basically, like we're dealing with groundwater, recharge groundwater, and then store water underground, and then on the dry season, people can pump out water and use it.
Okay. So there's a way to use the resource that's there if it's done properly.
Exactly.
Okay. So, you know, underwater, in the ground, there are many things that we have to deal with, and sometimes, you know, we look at formations, things that we can see on the outside. There are caves, there are different areas to explore, I'm sure, in the region. And this particular incident involved 13 members of the Thai soccer team. They had gone on excursion, or what brought them to that place, for those who did not follow the story?
From what we heard from the official announcement and from the kid families, they were kind of, you know, try to get into the cave just for a quick tour.
Right.
Sort of kind of little hiking tour, I would say.
Okay.
It was one of the kids' birthday that night.
Okay.
They were planning to just go in for an hour and then come out and then go celebrate the birthdays.
Okay.
But then I think the rains come in a little bit quicker than what they expected.
Okay.
So the cave was flooded, and then they have to retreat it back in farther into the cave instead of coming out.
Just to seek some sort of dryness or dry ground, or what they thought to be a safe place.
Yes.
But you knew that time was ticking and they could run into some real trouble.
And that's when you come to play. Tell us what you did for that.
Well, when they got there, the cave was already flooded.
Yes. How far back were they at that point?
Over 2 kilometers.
Okay.
They passed the junction point. The junction point are the lower sections where the diver have difficulty to go in and continue the search. So when the cave was flooded, the diver called off the rescue missions or call off the searching mission at that moment. And I go in and we look at the analysis, look at the information, and then we found out that we could pump out groundwaters and then stop water from going into the cave.
Right.
So that way, when it rains, the water would just, you know, go somewhere else instead of like going in the cave and then fill it all up.
So you were thinking of everything. I think they had everything,
yes,
in the works.
You know what? It was such a horrific situation that turned out amazing.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Nobody expected those kids or the coach to survive.
Oh, me too,
I mean,
believe me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, I want to go back real quick to how did they call for help? I followed the story, but did the soccer coach have a cell phone? Did it work? How did they get word out, hey, we're down here? Oh, the bicycles, wasn't it?
Well, the kids were missing. They were supposed to be going for the birthday party members.
That's right.
And then the parents were just like, oh, where were they? You know, why wouldn't they show up? So at that point, they just kind of,
searched
asking
around?
everyone in the village. And then finally the word got to the ranger in the parks. And then they, start looking for sign or any something that the kid might live. And then they found a bicycle. And then they start from
process of elimination. They knew, they're likely inside the cave.
Yes.
When they
Refresh our
realized
memory. How many hours in the cave were they?
You mean total up?
Total hours.
Total hour is 18 days total until the last day of rescue.
Wow.
And then it's almost 10 days before we found them.
Wow.
So they were with no food and then no water supply for 10 days. Almost 10 days. I think it was 9 days, some things. Yeah.
Oh my!
They
it wasn't their time.
Right,
A lot of people had given up, and something I read said that you had something like 400 rescue workers, 270 soldiers at your disposal to help. What was going through your mind? Was it just, did you think you could single-handedly do it, or you knew that you were in a race against time?
Mm-hmm. Well, we have a lot of soldiers and volunteers and helpers, but our job also not just waters. We also assisting them with anything to, at that point that we could try to help, which is like looking for alternative entrances.
Right.
And then we got like 1,000 of people, volunteer just for walking up the mountain, looking for holes that could connect it to the main cave systems. Our soldiers and our volunteer also help them out. In part of the water management, we got about, I would say about 300 people that, we able to ask for help and give us a hand.
And I know a lot of people was wanting to look and observe and gawk at the situation. I guess you had to have everybody back, but the families, how close could they be?
The families of the children, right?
Yes.
They're just right in front of the cave.
They come right there. Okay.
But our camp was not in the base camp. We have our own camps in Saitong Cave, which are the lower section where we pump out groundwater and speed up the percolation water. That's where my camp were. We keep it secret, so the press would not know about until the last day of the operation, because we don't want, any interference.
Sure.
And then we want to have like the roads gotta be open.
Sure.
We have to move the heavy equipment in and stuff. That's why we keep it secret. And
talk about the day of rescue, the moment, the feelings, the elation. Talk about that moment in time.
You mean when we take the kid out?
Yes.
The first child that came out, how did you feel?
I mean, I gotta tell you a little story behind first.
Okay.
I was one of the guy that actually, tried to persuade the officials to make the dive rescue right away. It was me and the other international teams from the UK, Warren Unsworth, and then Martin Ellis, and then Josh Morris, also with my colonels. I'm calling him my colonel because he was in charge of the operation outside the cave. Okay. He's the one that agreed with us, and he said that we got to get the kid out. At that point, the Thai government were thinking about having the kids stay a little longer until probably the end of the monsoon seasons. So we come in and we tell them that that's not the options. We cannot fight the nature for sure. If the monsoon season comes, it's going to flood it again.
Yes.
So we finally got them to listen to us. And the UK team and the Thai Navy SEAL, they were work together and come out with a rescue plan with the international diver also. The problem is though, if the first kid didn't make it out alive, I mean, I'm gonna feel really bad.
Yes.
Because I was the one that
pushed this.
Yes. But I remember at that moment I was just hiking up the mountain looking for the source of the water that filled up the cave and diverting the waters. One of my friends at the command center, they texted me when the kid got to chamber 3, which is about 300 or 400 meters into the cave. That's where they have first communications. They said that the first kid was out and they're alive. He's alive. And I was just like, wow.
Tears?
no tears.
Okay.
I was
You were
just
still
so
you were in work
relieved.
mode. You knew there were a lot
Okay.
more in there that needed to be,
Yeah, but at least the first kid were out, because if the first kid out, but if he's not alive, then the public gonna be furious about it.
Sure.
And then they're gonna think like, should we reconsider the
Yes.
option and
Right.
do something else?
Right.
You know, so it's good for me and good for all of us, I would say.
What has communication been like afterward, or the discussions after the entire ordeal? Celebratory discussions, or reassessing how that could have been, handled even a little bit differently than it was?
Well, right now the Thai government and a lot of people, they will try to, see if there's any lesson to be learned from these missions.
Correct.
In terms of water management, or in terms of decision makings, in terms of...
And that goes for kids too, decision making. Not a good idea to go into every cave and explore every avenue, just because it's there.
You know what though?
Sure.
We were kids,
would
we'd have
totally
done
do
it.
Totally do it, yeah.
I mean, the kid is kid, they're just
right.
out of curious. There's a sign in there right in front of the cave that said, do not go in without permission, or be aware of the monsoon season rains.
Sure.
But, nobody expect the rain gonna hit that quick.
Yes.
And then it flooded up so quickly that the kid wouldn't be able to just walk out.
Well, you know what? I'm glad it ended the way that it did. It's a happy ending to the story, which otherwise could have been dreadful. It could have been an awful
And as you
story.
said, it took every person, it took all these people for everything to work together and have a great ending. So thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, good job. Thanks for coming out and sharing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
We'll be right back.
To find out more about the Spiel or even watch past episodes, visit spielon.com.
When you lose your teeth, you lose not just the ability to chew and eat and smile, which is a big thing, but you lose a part of yourself.
It was life-changing when I came into Dr. Hughes. It showed me videos and models, and these are the choices we had. These were the options.
Training matters, experience matters. The thing which is extremely important is compassion. It brings back your ability to chew, restoring a sense of dignity.
Come in and see Dr. Hughes, the greatest thing I ever did for myself.
Prairie Farms presents Did You Know with Chef Rob.
The new Chef Splendor sour cream dips from Prairie Farm. They're not just for dipping anymore. Use them as an incredibly flavorful sandwich spread, a great pasta sauce enhancer, and they come in 3 flavors: spicy ranch, roasted red pepper, and tzatziki, all made with real milk and cream, blended with vegetables and spices. It's just that simple. Check out our website at prairiefarms.com.
Hidden beneath the canopy of Shawnee Forest Country exists a world left over from ancient times, where a sandstone fortress shelters a secret spring, and the brave of heart can scale the Devil's Backbone. Hike trails from the valley bottom up to the canyon ridge for unbelievable views of the forest below. Or swim in the clear, rocky waters of Bellsmith Springs. With more than 280,000 acres of Shawnee Forest Country, the only question is, what will you explore?
My name is Tracy Rayburn. I went to Three Rivers College from 2002 to 2010. I worked at Kraft Miles and Tatum for 9 years at an accounting firm here in town. I am currently working at Poplar Bluff Regional as the controller. I have actually 3 employees that I know for sure at least at one time went to Three Rivers. I have one employee that has worked here for 35 years, and she did accounting work at Three Rivers. My daughter's a senior, and that's where she plans on going this next fall. So she'll be going to Three Rivers.
That's a good one.
You got to hang on if you're going to keep up with us.
I think it's fun that we've stopped saying, wasn't that amazing, or wasn't that a great show?
No,
now we
stop.
just go, woo! That's it. That's just sound effects. You know?
So much fun. Probably, gosh, I can't pick my favorite show.
No.
I would hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah.
But this was a good one.
You know, to see Thai food prepared was awesome, and you know, to see how they break down all the components, and it truly is fresh, and there's nothing packaged, and they make all their sauces, and wow, and to learn they can dial it up. The heat, Jason, would you even attempt the 100 when it's a scale of 1 to 10 is at the restaurant? He says he can go to 100.
Yes.
Where would you
Jason?
feel comfortable?
I mean, 10 is pretty high. I would try 20.
He would try 20, and then we would take it in 10 increments.
I had a ghost pepper once.
A ghost pepper. Yes, I had one of those too, and
Oh.
I couldn't even eat. They were going to take me to the ER. They couldn't give me enough milk. At that
that's
point,
so
you can no longer-
dangerous because you can't breathe in or
You
out.
can no longer breathe and you can't taste it.
He needs some milk.
And that was at the Hard Rock, or no, what was it? House of Blues in Boston. I'll never forget. They said, "Ma'am, you weren't supposed to eat that pepper." I'm like, "Why is it on my plate?" You don't put it on my plate if I can't eat it.
You know what? If you'd had your glasses on,
Yeah,
you'd
no
have
kidding,
known
no
that
kidding.
was one
Hey,
you're not supposed to eat.
Speaking of restaurants and bumping into folks, I cannot believe that you ran into another sensation, a world record holder now, came to this country to drop off what is thought to be the oldest Bible, or the full account of Genesis.
Exactly.
Bracklin?
Bracklin, I met him at a Waffle House.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Waffle House in Kentucky.
I think, was it a waffle or a huddle?
Waffle
It was
huddle.
a waffle huddle.
Smother,
What is that?
slather.
Chopped, diced.
Chopped, diced.
Yes.
It's all the same. Anyway, I overheard him talking to someone, and they were blown away by his message and what he was doing. And I said, "Hey, can I speak with
I happen
you?"
to have a little TV show.
Yeah.
I'd like to get you on. You know, if he's watching, or anybody watching knows how to reach him, if he's still in this country, do you know if he's gone back to Denmark?
Oh, yeah,
or
he's
still-
gone.
Okay.
He's gone.
So no mail, no computer, so he's just gone.
He's gone.
But we are going to continue to celebrate him, because you're talking about an amazing man there, pulled the 2 children from the burning car, you know, has the horrible thing happen to him by some
thugs,
some bad people. You know, and they'll get theirs.
They
But
will.
anyway, not that we wish harm on anybody, but that was just wrong. So an awesome guy and an awesome story. You did a great job. Thanks for capturing
Thank you
that
so
for us.
much.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then a great dancer. How about Julio? Huh?
That's just
smells good,
sexy.
looks
That's
good,
just
and
sex
dances.
appeal right there. And he's out in California now, isn't he?
That's right.
It's like Burbank.
Yeah, he gets out there on Monday nights and dances at the same club that Derek Huff dances at.
What?
Yeah.
Probably better than Derek, I think.
He's way better than
Those
Derek.
hips.
Sorry, Derek.
Do you need a rose in the mouth, or is that?
I don't know, but I think it would
It
enhance
just enhances it.
the dance.
Or in this case, the chicken stick. We could do the chicken stick in the mouth. I mean, that would be hot right there.
that
Really,
would be
if you think
awesome.
about it. I mean, our Rob's like, stop.
Cut it,
He
cut
said,
it.
I would dance with you, however, if you had a chicken stick in your mouth.
Chicken stick or rose, Rob?
Okay, really quick, like our word of the day. Do we even have one? Let's do, is there a salsa term, like from the dance and the, is there a term that we should all know that means something like holding her tightly, or? The Susie Q. The Susie Q?
The Susie Q?
Well, you
Are
know
we
what?
doing it right?
That's, okay, there's our word. How do you spell it? Susie? Susie Q. Okay, there's the word right there.
So when
And
you
it's a
go
dance
into a
word.
salsa club, give us some of this, and they'll know what I think. Whoa, she's good. And wear your glasses as you do it.
My outdated glasses, everyone. I will work to update those.
I
But
love
anyway,
you.
I love you too. It's been a great show, and we'll see you next week.
We got time, but no money. But there ain't nobody stopping us. We got bills, but no dollars. But now we don't really give up. No, we don't really give up. Living for that ray of light. Life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful. Going all the way tonight, making it beautiful. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like this. Acting like this.
excited when we heard that you guys wanting us to be on the show, and it's the first cooking show like ever that we've ever done.
I can't stop. I think I have a problem.
But no money. Maybe soon we're running out of love. 'Cause we're young and we're stupid. And now we don't really give up. No, we don't really give up. Going all the way till night. Life can be beautiful. Life can be beautiful. Dancing in the flashing light. Making it beautiful. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like there's no tomorrow. Acting like this. Acting like this.
Spiel salsa segment, take one.
We can all agree that time is by far our most valuable resource. The pace of life today makes saving time more important than ever. With the Bank of Heron new mobile app, you can deposit checks, transfer funds, or keep track of transactions and balances all from your phone. Use your Bank of Heron debit card with the new mobile app and save even more time for the things that matter most. Available now. Download on Apple Store or Google Play. The Bank of Heron. It's not just a bank, it's a relationship.
We provide a very unique form of healthcare. Over the 20 years that I've been doing this, there was something missing. So we began Core Pharmacy, which incorporated many aspects of the healthcare that were missing. Retail pharmacy along with the specialty pharmacy. We do a lot of consultation work. Core labs, so we have lab draws, spa services, options that aren't normally available.
I talk to people every day who Eric has seemed to change their life and really offer them that new perspective.
We evolved because of the need.